Well, I tell you, I don't know if the audio is going to come out or not. This is like a test moto vlog of sorts. I had to get a new camera mount. I didn't have to, but the previous vlogs of mine, I've noticed that the camera angle is pretty cattywampus. The reason for that is I'm using a Sony action camera with a bunch of different GoPro connectors. So hopefully this will be a better angle, a little bit more straight. The proper mounts for this camera system, so hopefully everything works great. And we'll see. Now the microphone is way up high inside the cheek pad, so that's something else I'm going to have to figure out. This helmet actually has little pockets inside the ear where the ear cups are. There's not a whole lot of padding, so there's quite a bit of room for speakers inside the helmet, which is a good thing. Yeah, right now I've got 182 miles on the bike so far, and no complaints, none at all. It's a fun bike to ride. It handles well. I noticed, I don't remember if I mentioned it in the last video, but manufacturer default setting for the rear preload, the rear shock preload was at 3, I believe it is. And it has a setting from 1 to 5. Now this is a big, huge motorcycle. The seat height, the resting seat height is about 34.5 inches. The weight is 500 pounds or so, I don't remember. And the preload setting of 3 out of 5 is designed for a 150-pound rider without passengers or gear. Who the hell weighs 150 pounds to ride this big honking beast of a motorcycle? I don't think I weighed 115 pounds when I was 15 years old. That's ridiculous. So I cranked the preload all the way up to 5. You can definitely tell when you sit on the bike that it doesn't compress very well. So I didn't ride it hard yesterday on the way home. I'm still doing the break-in procedure, but I did notice some subtle differences on the way it handled. I'll tell you, turning on this bike is so much easier than on my cruiser, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's riding position or what the case may be, but it's definitely more manageable. Maybe it's lighter, maybe it's, I don't know, but yeah, this is a great bike. Even if you can find an old used one that runs, just to run around in the back, get one. These bikes are unbelievable. And like I said, I've only owned the bike for 184 miles, not even a week yet, and I'm sold on it. I'm completely sold. I can't wait till I get over this break-in period on this motorcycle so I can rip it up a little bit. It's really hard trying to be conservative, especially when you're shifting gears, going through the gears from the stop, because the bike wants to, because you want to take off, you know, you want to get up to speed, but when you got to shift right around 4,000 RPMs, you're definitely not going anywhere fast. But I'm still able to do 60 in 5th gear. I know a lot of people upgrade they go to a bigger sprocket on the front, or a 16-tooth sprocket, I believe is what they use. But right now I'm not really concerned about that. I don't get on the interstate. I try to avoid it at all costs, because the interstate up here in Northern Virginia or Central Virginia, where I am, between Richmond and DC, getting on I-95 is a gamble, to say the least. So I'm really digging this modular helmet with the drop-down sunscreen, the drop-down tinted visor. You don't have to worry about wearing sunglasses with your helmet. You can drop that visor if you want to open your face shield, even on cloudy days. You don't really need a tinted visor either. Oh, another cool thing about getting a new motorcycle, especially one in a different brand, a different model, a completely different flavor, a new style of riding, a bike that has a cult following. I have found a lot of awesome YouTube channels with reference to this KLR, and if I think about it, if I can take the time tonight or whenever it is I edit this video, I will link some of my favorite ones in the description. Keep in mind, my favorite channels typically are, I do have some channels that I really like that have, you know, tons of followers, but for the most part, I keep my subscriptions to guys who are, you know, don't have tens and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they definitely are down to earth, good guys. There was no reason for that truck to pull in front of those people. None. So the old GM, there used to be a GM drivetrain manufacturing plant years ago when I first moved here, and they closed, and somebody finally bought it. I bet that place was probably vacant for almost 10 years. And there's another company going in there now. So once they're in there, and I got to figure out what they're doing. There's some kind of manufacturing. I can't remember what they manufacture. But yeah, when that plant closed down, I can't remember, like 20,000 people lost jobs, or I think it was something like that. I could be dead wrong. Maybe it was only 7,000. I don't want to lie. But anyway, they've been doing tons of work over there. And I guess that when you start your own manufacturing, you have to spend $50,000 just getting the front yard looking pretty. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Me being a smart ass. But yeah, so far this bike, I'm telling you now, I'm loving every inch of it. And I'm looking forward to taking it off-road, but I'm hesitant to do any of that stuff until I get some crash guards. I mean, you gotta admit, you know, this is a big bike. I've been riding street bikes and cruisers for the last, you know, umpteen years, and without going off-road on those, it's not the same type of riding. And I almost guarantee without the experience, you're going to put this bike down one way or another.